All right, guys, we are back with our final segment of the night. We're talking about my picks and predictions for the PGA Championship. Who's going to be victorious? I do have the benefit of already watching Thursday's action, seeing who kind of has put their hat in the ring so far. Of course, the first person that we have to talk about is Scottie Scheffler. That's my first person right here. He might not have shot a 62 on the opening day, but I still think that he is deserving of that talk until he proves that he won't win a tournament. 4 of his last 5, he got a second. The one that he didn't win, he's got to be the one that we talk about first. He's amazing at difficult golf courses, winning Augusta twice in a row, or not twice in a row, but 2 times now, 2 of the last 3 times. Scottie Scheffler has to be the one that we name first. Right now, he's plus 400 to win. Has the second best odds behind Xander Schauffele. But yeah, I think Scottie Scheffler will be. You have to pick him until he proves otherwise. He is the best golfer in the world right now. He has been away for the last month, of course. That's well documented. Meredith and his wife, had their kid. But they had their kid. He's back golfing, and he's over here at the PGA Championship, 4 under on the first day. Had an eagle on the very first hole. That was scary times. He was on pace to be 36 under. That's not possible. But yeah, he was amazing on this opening day. 4 under, shaking the rust off. I can only expect him to do better and better. And Xander Schauffele hasn't proved to me that he can kind of take a step beyond the first step that he always takes, kind of putting his hat in the ring. He's not been able to take that step forward, that extra leap, and been able to really separate himself from the pack. So yeah, Scottie Scheffler is my number 1 pick to win. Then some names that I want to talk about who I definitely expect to be in contention when it comes down to Sunday. Of course, Xander Schauffele, he could probably go even for the rest of this tournament and still be in contention on Sunday. That's how amazing this opening round was. 9 under, 62 opening round. What a start for him. That was incredibly impressive. Xander Schauffele, 9 under. Now he is plus 275 to win. Takes over Scottie Scheffler's odds. He played amazing. Rory McIlroy, 5 under, plus 500 to win. He played amazing. Great driver, of course. Great driving distance. He missed so many fairways today, and he still ended up 5 under, and he was still playing good golf. He missed an unbelievable amount of fairways today. I believe his accuracy is going to get better as he goes on. A lot of talk with Rory McIlroy this week leading up to this event. Of course, him divorcing his wife is the talk of the whole tournament right now. So we're looking at Rory McIlroy, expecting him to play better as this one progresses. Brooks Koepka is another name that we're going to look out for. He's 4 under, plus 1,200 to win. He is the reigning PGA Championship or champion. He has the Wanamaker right now. So until he doesn't have it, you gotta throw his hat there. And then I had Tony Finau as one of my other guys that I expect to contend for the win. Those are my 5 guys I expect to contend to win. Scottie Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele, Brooks Koepka, and Tony Finau. Tony Finau shot a 6 under. He's plus 2,500 right now to win. Him and Sahith Theegala kind of had a very similar round, both shooting 6 under. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do. Some guys that I expect to be in contention but maybe not be able to win this one. I have Max Homa. He finished 3 under today. Victor Hovland, he finished 3 under today. Plus 5,000. I believe that this is the tournament that he turns his season around, and I believe he plays a lot better. Down the board a little bit, Maverick McNeely. I've loved this guy's game since last year, since he was an amateur, and I think that it's only gotten better. He finally puts together a great opening round, 5 under now, and he's going to be able to put himself in contention, which I think is going to be very interesting to see. I also have Hideki Matsuyama. If he's healthy, is the asterisk for him. Hideki Matsuyama finished 1 under today, plus 15,000 to win now for this guy. He looked not healthy, so that's why I have that little asterisk. But I think that he can contend if he is healthy, no matter what. Sorry. And then a little bit more down the board, I think Jason Day can turn it around. Byung Hanan, both of those guys are even right now. I think that they can turn it around definitely and be in contention. And some guys that maybe are long shots right now that you can kind of look at. Ricky Fowler, he's won over. He has a great history at Valhalla. I think he could turn it around. He's not playing great golf as of late, but he always turns up for majors, and I think he'll be able to turn up for this one. And Dustin Johnson, I think, are two names that I think I would look at for maybe top 20 picks for right now. But these guys are playing really good golf, and when it comes to the top, these guys are, of course, playing great golf. You have Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Xander Schauffele. All three of these guys have been unbelievable as of late. We talked about the Wells Fargo Championship, and I kind of use that as a baseline for the PGA Championship when I was kind of making my picks. That's why you saw Xander Schauffele, Rory McIlroy, and Jason Day and Byung Hun on. All four of those guys, I believe, had great weeks at the Wells Fargo Championship, and I think that course plays very similarly to this one. Maybe it doesn't have the same effects when it goes left and right, and it doesn't have the water that the PGA Championship has at Valhalla. But I still think that when you're looking at these guys, their driver is the biggest aspect of their game right now. Maybe not Xander Schauffele, but Xander Schauffele's irons are making up for it. So, I mean, I think he was 15 of 18 on greens hit today, which is absolutely ridiculous, Xander Schauffele. It'll be interesting to see if he can keep that up, especially knowing that he is he is a top 5 iron player in the entire game. So if there's anybody to keep that up, it'll be Xander Schauffele. But we got to talk about Scotty Scheffler here. Of course, winning the Masters. He is the greatest golfer in the world right now. Today, he kind of showed why he is always in contention. He doesn't mess up ever. And it's ridiculous. Today, he opens it with a 2-under eagle. That's ridiculous. And then he has a birdie on 4 to go 3 under. He does bogey 5, which is one of the more difficult holes. Birdie 7, which is that's a key indicator. We're going to look at 7 a lot as an indicator for this entire weekend to see who's winning and how they're doing is going to be based off of 7, really. And then 13 and 15, he also birdies. He bogeys 14 in between to finish 4 under on the day. So only 2 blemishes on the card. He has a hole out on 1 to kind of make up for those blemishes on the card. And, a 4 under, shoots a 67 opening round after not playing golf in a month. It's ridiculous. This guy is a pretty good golfer, I would say. Another name that I haven't really talked about that played very well today was Collin Morikawa. He starts his day off 2 over, and then he birdies 7 holes down the stretch to finish 5 under on the day. That's just really good golf. Of course, I talk about 7. He was able to birdie 7. A lot of these birdies on 7, we're looking at them taking the left option on this hole. So for those of you that don't know, on 7, you have the main fairway on the right side, but about a 290-yard drive will get you to the middle of the fairway. There's a little bit of a island fairway on the left side, and about a 290-yard drive will get you there. So what a lot of people are doing is 290 to that island, and then from there you could kind of you have an interesting choice here. Is you could go for the green in 2. That's looking like it'll be about 250, 260, 270, so that'll be a 3-wood. Very hard for these guys to hit from that island. But you could lay up about 200 yards to 100 out from the green if you're going for that layup option. That's what you see Colin Morikawa do on his 7. I'm actually interested because I wasn't able to watch Rory on 7. I'm interested to see how he played that one. He went to the island, and then it looks like he went for the green. He was unable to get the green, and he does, but he puts it within 43 yards of the green, and it's just a chip and up and down for him. So yeah, 7's going to be an interesting one to look out for. It's one of the more picturesque holes on this course, and a lot of guys played it a lot differently, a lot of different styles. I'm gonna look at Scottie Scheffler and how he played 7. I think it's gonna be a very good indication. This guy went left, he went for the green, and then he got it on the green in 2. Yeah, Scottie Scheffler. Of course he gets it on the green in 2. I'm surprised he does an eagle on that one. He's fantastic at golfing, and I'm actually gonna pull up 7 on the graphic here for you guys. That is the second easiest hole on the course that's playing under par. So yeah, that's a big indication, and you see it here on this hole, or on this hole, on the leaderboard. The guys that birdied 7 were able to put together a great round, but the guys that weren't able to birdie 7, I believe Tiger Woods wasn't able to birdie 7, if I'm not mistaken. No, he does birdie 7. Sorry, he does go for that island. All of them are going for the island here instead of the actual fairway. But yeah, a lot of the guys that are playing bad are playing bad on the longer holes, and then that's a good indicator. It's not a good indicator. That's a good hole for the guys that are trying to get one back. Try to get one back on Xander Schauffele. On the guys in the lead, you can go for that island and then go for kind of the green in 2 and get an eagle putt out of it. And we saw that from a few guys top of the leaderboard. I think that's the play, and it's going to be a big part of the strategy. There's a couple of holes that have a different bit of strategy to it. So I'm very interested in how this PGA Championship is going to play out. I think it's going to be a very fun end to the weekend. I think that this could come down to 1 or 2 strokes. We've seen it recently, how it comes down to a playoff a lot of the time. So I'm excited to see how it plays out. I'm, of course, excited for the PGA Championship to see who wins and see the storyline beyond that. And then we'll give you guys a full-on breakdown of that when we come back on Tuesday for the GSMC Golf Podcast by the GSMC Sports Network. But with that all being said, thank you guys for tuning in to the GSMC Golf Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support, of course, means a lot to us. So please remember to subscribe to the show, leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again, and you guys have a wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of